Hey everybody, this is Bobo the Vulture.
I'm Mysterious JG, and I enjoy watching Japanese anime. Whoa, the word face is like flashing over him. He's Face Man.
Face. Yeah, that's it.
We are looking for BA camo and Murdoch
There you
camo
go.
and Hannibal camo.
Yeah, it's a face right there on the
They
back.
should say back of head.
Yes, but it's
Or
not
neck. So we're back to being disguised as Otacon as God intended. And it's a good thing we saved one, or we switched
that. Right when we did.
Otherwise, we would have been in retarded Octa camo with a hood on during. But it's probably going to be a 4-hour conversation with Big Mama.
Yes.
My money's on Diane. Who do you think? Jennifer, maybe? Helicopter pilot?
Yeah, helicopter pilot Jennifer. Maybe.
Could be Mei
Maybe
Ling.
EE is alive after all.
EE could be alive. She built that camo.
Yeah.
Hey, it's he's European looking anyway.
He's medieval European.
It's Mr. Genius Loci. Genius Loci. That's his name. His friends call him G. G Loke.
GL. Oh, G Loke. Oh, hey.
Oh man, come on! We want to be disguised as Otacon for this.
We very specifically did this in a way that.
I'm here to see Big Mama.
She's talking to Medea right now.
Is this the guy?
Oh,
what do you think?
Yeah.
I didn't hear him coming at all. He's gotta be the one. Yeah.
Billy Gunn.
Look at him. He's ancient.
What do you mean you didn't hear me coming? I was like firing guns. You spotted me several times. I even tranked you once.
Old Snake, try to remember the basics of CQC.
Old Snake, try to remember these guys are your allies.
Old Snake, try to remember what DeGaulle said.
Old Snake, try to do something for me for once.
And reduce your stress level.
Yes. Forget about the stress gauge. Just run.
Get that apple.
Oh, you know who likes apples? Thematically, who makes,
No.
a female character
Donkeys,
who might
they
grab
like
an
apples.
apple.
Very impressive, CQC, Snake.
Impressive
Well,
Snake.
no, it can't be.
No doubt about it. He is the legendary soldier.
I wasn't
He looks
watching
like
your
he's
CQC.
itching to legendary soldier.
Big Mama.
No trouble.
Or call me Big.
Or call me giant cleavage.
Okay, Mama, Big Mama. I figured you'd have lower back problems later in life, and sure enough.
I need to talk to you.
I want to ask you why you screwed my dad and then left
How
him.
you've grown, David. It was you, not I, who was created from the rib of man.
You mean that's Eva? Oh my god.
I gave you life.
And your brother Goliath.
I am your mother.
That's not true! That's impossible! Bobo reaching for the controller in case the X button is needed.
Les
Yeah.
enfants terribles. You can't grow a human being in a test tube. Not
Unless
even
it's a
a
very
clone.
stretchy test
You
tube.
need a woman's body to give it life.
Oh, so she's gonna pile the Dark Gundam?
A surrogate mother.
That's an awfully cold way to put it.
I would have gone with
I
clone
am
oven.
I gave birth.
Nothing says love than like clone in the oven.
Yeah. Patriots! You mean the Lollylulelo?
Birth.
You mean I used to be in your womb and got pushed out? That's gross.
With me and Sawdust and Liquid all at the same time.
So all this apparently came later. I don't really get that.
No.
Maybe he actually did come from a test tube. Eve, holding an apple, doing anything for you, Snake? Anybody reading significance into this?
Explain everything.
No? Okay.
It'll take about 40 minutes, so this is going to be a long video.
It might be more than one video. Alright, well, first of all, we're basically pretending the first two games didn't happen, because...
The man who wants me dead is
Me?
Liquid,
Oh, Liquid.
your twin.
Oh,
You think you know him, but I know him better.
You think you know him.
Yeah.
you think you know him.
He was
Gotcha.
once Ocelot.
What?
But Liquid has taken control of his soul.
I thought it was his heart.
And now he's locked in a bitter struggle with Zero,
So,
the
Major
founder
Zero?
of the Patriots.
wait. Major
When did this happen?
You mean like
Major
Odo?
Zero?
Years ago.
He just said Zero. He didn't say Major Zero. Don't jump to
Come on.
conclusions. That would be
The
stupid.
United States and the Soviet Union were still at odds.
Uh-huh.
It was in that chaotic era that the Patriots were born.
I thought
Also,
they were
by the
formed in
way-
the crucible of the White House.
And I played my part.
Mm-hmm. The man that wants me dead is Liquid. Although Ocelot also wanted me dead, so it's nice that they fused.
The man who wants me dead is made of liquid. 98% liquid, in fact.
Zero created the Patriots to manage and control the American state.
Okay, so it is
That
Major Zero.
control endured long after the Cold War ended.
I decided that I want to control back, to bring things back to the way they used to be.
Continued to function through
Smoky Mountain Wrestling on TV.
Those AIs are responsible for the creation of the war economy
Didn't I mention my fascination with creating AI, Snake?
system. But I am partly to blame.
I
Bear some of the guilt for creating the organization.
I did, after all, try to bring the legacy back to China.
It was right after I first met your father,
That I totally did.
did.
boss.
Oh, is that who my father is? Thanks. Point that out. That I did him.
Back
And
in
then left.
1964, I was ordered to take part in a CIA op called Operation Snake Eater.
How was you?
And I ate
The
some
new
snake.
weapons
Oh, yeah.
were developing at the time. My mission was to support a certain agent.
Even in these flashback memories, I have just boobs sticking out all over the
I
place.
knew him as Snake.
Naked Snake, and I truly knew him as Naked Snake.
Naked Snake. That was his code name at the time. A name he would give to you.
Well, they never called me Naked.
The commander of this mission was a man called Zero, the head of Special Forces Unit Fox. Back then,
Apparently the head of the fucking Patriots.
Yeah.
my objective was to
Hello,
secure
yeah.
location
I decided I'm going to create the Patriots.
massive
I'm working for the Chinese.
and report
Hi.
to Beijing. I was to acquire a microfilm showing the location of secret funds.
The legacy.
Funds amassed by the Allied powers during World War II.
It's nice that,
I failed in my mission.
what's his name, the evil general who could shoot thunder, got a little picture cameo.
And was cast out of Eden.
Uh-huh.
After years on the run,
Well,
I
not even a
settled
little
in
forced there.
That's where I met him again. It was around then that Zero used the massive funds contained in the Philosopher's Legacy
To
make
start
Big
a
Boss's-
new organization,
To make Boss's grave pop up.
which would carry out the final wishes of a certain legendary hero. The initial membership consisted of Big Boss, Sigint, Paramedic, and their commander, Zero.
So pretty much your entire Kodak team from the last game are the most evil
He
force
stayed
in history.
behind in the Soviet Union to support the group as an informant, Ocelot, who is now Liquid.
He's 98%
After
liquid.
your father rescued me in Hanoi,
I covered
went
up my
to America
boobs.
and joined their organization. Zero's goal was to achieve a unity of thought and awareness. He believed
Through
that
YouTube
was what the
videos.
boss wanted, and the rest of the Patriots followed his lead.
Boss.
The boss was a legendary hero from the Second
Would you let me
World
talk,
War,
Snake? You keep
known as
interrupting.
the mother of special forces. She had an almost overwhelming charisma about her.
I don't know, I thought she was
The
pretty bland.
CIA feared this, so they had her eliminated. If she had survived, the world of the 21st century might have been a very different place.
We would know who the first human being in space really was.
It was what drove us to create this organization, to be closer to that spirit.
Well, I guess this beats them being aliens that formed in the Crucible of White House.
Needed a special kind of icon.
So we got Roddy Piper.
Last
He
summer,
cowers over nothing.
Yeah.
she shared more of her life than anyone else.
He was actually
It
kind of
was
sick.
Big Boss, the true heir to her legacy, who was best suited to play this role.
Much as Big Joe Frazier took over for Joe Frazier.
Zero elevated Big Boss, the hero who saved the world, to the status of an idol.
Transfer students are idols.
The truth behind Big Boss became riddled with exaggeration, misrepresentation, and outright lies.
Some even claimed he was a
Zero disseminated
snatcher.
these stories among the masses and gathered the rich and powerful to his banner.
Like Yuan Shao and his glorious banner.
Every era needs its symbols to control the people.
Things like
Whether it
stop
be the
signs.
stars and stripes,
Ampersands. The hammer and sickle.
Or the
hammer
Konami
and
logo.
sickle.
Sorry. She was Chinese, though, I thought. So why did she...
Or a bunch of, well, I mean, or a bunch of random stars.
And currents of politics changed, so too did Zero.
He went back to being Tom for a while.
Eventually, he became a prisoner of his own lust for
I'm a prisoner for my own lust for power, Snake.
Him and Big Boss, who resented playing the puppet.
I resent
With
playing the
Big Boss
puppet.
taken away, Zero realized he would need insurance.
I'm going to need
So he
insurance.
got the Yeti.
The insurance policy of the Yeti.
And so Zero secretly embarked on a new project.
To create a new James Bond film.
Its goal was to create a clone of Big Boss, the ultimate soldier.
The Ultimate
The
Warrior.
project was led by Dr. Clark, known at the time as Paramedic.
Who injected the baby with
After
testricity.
dozens of failures, they finally, miraculously, succeeded in producing a fertilized...
She was really happy to do this because for some reason she had an obsession with telling Big Boss to pass on his genes anyway.
Yes.
healthy Japanese woman.
Uh-huh.
Blood from the east flows within your veins.
I thought,
Gives
this...
birth
Oh.
to Big Boss.
So Ava... Well, it wasn't a mistake, I guess.
I asked to serve as
So they basically threw that in as like, okay, that's us trying to explain that line because we realized later when the fans started
Yeah.
analyzing it didn't make any sense. And I loved having his baby, even though I didn't have to have the fun part.
Two Big Bosses, you and Liquid. It didn't matter that you were clones, or that they had manipulated your DNA.
Or that Big Boss didn't want this.
The same way as any other normal child.
The icky, gooey way.
But Les Enfants Terribles proved to be the final straw for Zero and Big Boss.
Seriously, you cloned me?
Determined to oppose Zero
Look,
and
I thought it was a good idea.
Big Boss broke away from the Patriots.
Why did you donate if you didn't...
Created his own mercenary company and drifted around the world.
I was wondering why you kept asking for all my discarded tissues.
Your father never wanted you. Human
I didn't
life
particularly
isn't
want you
meant to be
either.
manipulated like that. I knew that, but I wanted you.
I wanted you
After
to be
Big Boss
raised as
left,
an evil
Zero
clone.
really lost control. What Zero wanted was
I lost my shit, Snake.
one God.
I'm crazy now.
His fortune grew through countless wars.
He was the only Kodak guy who didn't have like evil dark secrets and constantly betray you, and now he's the
Alright,
most
Pat-
evil dude ever.
Technology, IT, the internet, and genetics.
YouTube.
Patriots' power grew immense. Their roots
Different
spread
random images floated into Zero's head.
Yes.
In time, they began to dictate the fate of entire nations from the shadows.
We can always.
I'm going to dictate the fate of nations for the shadows.
The proud police of the world started bringing an entire planet under their control.
That planet, Gallifrey. Because Major Zero is a time lord.
Yes. Well, I mean, you know, they're gonna
It
have
would
what,
make
like
just as much sense.
13 doctors or so at this point. So they are giving us the option to save the game now. It might actually be a good time to do it from the amount of goings on.
Seems
that
like
have
it's
gone
probably
on.
going to be a shortish video if we save now, but
Let me double
you
check.
can always
here.
make your own.
Oh, no, you're right, you're right,
You
you're right.
can't see. Yeah,
I
come
was
on, man.
getting the. Look.
You can save, but
Yeah, no, I'll save.
But
don't
and
worry.
remember, the biggest advancement in this entire game.
So you can
forget
pause during
the-
cinematics.
Yes, exactly.
Yes, all right, let's save the game.
More of Major Zero, the nice guy from the last game that you liked, turning out to be the most evil person ever. Right after this.
Yes.
You can save over her touching Snake's butt if you want. I don't mind. I'll always have my memories of that wonderful moment.
We can get that. We can make a screenshot of that picture for you in future use. But so, Snake, I'll have to tell you about the movies that I really enjoyed when I was.
But their execution.
Mostly ones about clones and world domination.
Zero developed weapons, amassed armies.
Watched
used
Bond
information
films,
for
apologized for
explosion,
SIGINT.
all in order to gain more wealth.
Actually, I think the hardest part for me to swallow is that SIGINT turns out to be evil.
Wait, nobody said that yet, have they? Well, he's one of the founding members of the Patriots, but that's all we know.
Look, if they invented super evil AIs, who do you think did that? Zero, paramedic,
Interpreted her will.
or Will won't?
And their absolute reverence for her drove them apart. So
Oops.
began the war between Zero and Big Boss.
They misinterpreted her will. It turns out that she didn't want computers, which didn't even exist in her time, to be invented to take over the world.
Realize the boss's will. Everything you see today stems from their Cold War.
Mhm.
Differences in race, in religion, in ideology.
All invented by Zero.
This war they've caused is no different from any other human error in history.
Hey, check that shit out. See, look, my boobs.
what?
It all started with a tiny fork in the path
Yeah, we get that she's Ava. Thank you.
yeah, no, I mean,
and grew
Eva.
into a great rift.
Speaking of great rifts. I was about to say something
There was
filthy,
nothing
so.
left of the boss's noble will in their struggle. All that remained was hatred. a
Did we ever
passion
figure out what her noble will was, really? I mean,
Big
I
Boss
guess she
returned to
didn't
the
want
US with
countries to
plans
fight
and
wars.
once again assumed command of Foxhound. In Outer Heaven and then Zanzibar land,
You killed him.
Big Boss plotted coup d'etat against Zero. But you, Solid Snake, his own clone, foiled his efforts both times.
As seen here.
Big Boss
Yes.
and Gray Fox, Frank Yeager, were left.
You knew that, right? Tell me if I'm telling you stuff you already know.
Frank Yeager's entire body was reconstructed through surgery, and he was reborn as the cyborg ninja.
Yeah, no, I know that part.
Big Boss
I'm surprised you know that part, actually.
became a prisoner of Zero even in death.
Big Boss, now known as
Zero
Big
more
Cucumber.
than anyone else.
That's what I called him.
Father was an irreplaceable icon.
You couldn't just put one of the Highlanders out there instead of Rowdy Roddy Piper. It wouldn't work.
Friend.
Aww.
After
Sad.
Big Boss's betrayal, Zero could no longer believe in something so uncertain as life. He lost his belief in everything.
I mean-
Nations, organizations, individuals.
You know, he
I mean,
seemed
Big
like a
Boss
pretty-
did, like, basically save the Fox unit by completely pulling out this ridiculous
Yeah.
mission that had been the brainchild of Zero's. I mean,
Well, he had the Fox unit.
yeah, he'd saved the Fox
I gotta
unit.
say, this narration is explaining what happened, but it's very difficult to picture Zero actually doing any of this.
And
Yeah.
one core artificial
I've lost my faith in anything as unreliable as life, Snake. Gangster war.
W we destroyed 5 years ago.
the same.
Only
W.
more violent.
JD and the other 3 AIs have controlled all information on every aspect of global society. Economics, politics, law, morals, and culture.
I programmed GW to make lots of cat videos.
In the shadow of the system and its complete control over the world, Big Boss isn't allowed to live or die. He's trapped for eternity in a brain-dead prison. To bind himself to
Oh,
his
he's on Spike
to
TV.
ensure his rule over the
Uh,
world, Zero transformed Big Boss into an icon, neither living nor dead.
Sounds almost like a religion.
Naturally, Ocelot and I plan to free him from Zero's prison.
Ocelot. I mean, are we gonna find out what Ocelot actually thinks about something? That'll be interesting.
Our organization. And we used Frank Yeager to kill Dr. Clark.
Who was
Ocelot
it?
tortured the DARPA chief Donald Anderson, also known as Sigint, to death.
Oh, that's
Made
not
it look
nice.
Like an accident.
Oh, what?
Moses incident.
Oh.
With
He's like,
paramedics-
hey, Snake, oh, shit, I'm being tortured to death.
But we too paid a price.
See, the thing is, through this,
Ocelot.
My closest ever friend, Ocelot, who tried to kill me.
Or the rest,
yes,
and certainly not for Zero. He
the
was
man who learned his passion for torture by torturing me.
Yes. I love the way he tortures.
Jeez. So, like, we don't get to see any of the evil that Paramedic or Sigint do, and they're dead now, so we...
His body was taken over by
Well,
liquids, thoughts,
we could
and
talk
spirit.
about this during a break, but
Yeah.
He may be Ocelot in physical form, but his mind is liquid.
what about his soul or his heart or what the fuck ever?
I was the last
Takes a great toll on his heart to, you know,
and
touch
then
his
someone
little
appeared to
ocelot.
help me.
Right.
Why is Raiden cooler when we're not controlling him than he is when we're playing as him?
It was when I met him that I finally discovered the location of Big Boss.
In our hearts. Big Boss has always been in our
It was
hearts.
in the data he obtained from GW.
Gangster war.
Yeah.
Together, he and I retrieved Big Boss. But Big Boss was still asleep, as Zero had left him.
Only a kiss from a beautiful prince would...
Keep us alive.
Did I not mention that Zero's nutsy
People
cuckoo and
need
has this
heroes.
fixation on Big Boss?
Zero wanted to create a messiah. A legend.
For Randy Orton to kill.
Liquid is after Big Boss's body.
How do you create a legend that will never die by keeping this dude alive but not telling anyone about it?
Here.
I'll take you to meet him.
You guys can have a catch in the yard. Maybe he can grill burgers.
That's nice, Dad, but what I'd really like is to borrow the car keys.
His holy art.
And the guts and the cradle of the silver spoon, little boy blue in it. When you gonna die, Dad, I don't know when, but
We've met, actually. I killed him a time or two.
I could probably kill him here. He seems
This seems like it
almost
could
dead.
be the easiest boss fight ever.
No, he's still a snatcher. Did he just shoot him? Oh, no.
His body is alive, but his consciousness is locked away by nanomachines.
Nanomachines.
So technically speaking, he's not really brain dead.
He's nanomachine dead. He's brain alive.
To inherit the same sins that corrupted Zero.
Liquid's got plenty of his own
Manipulating
sins.
For the sake of his own ego.
He's going on a little trip. He calls it the ego trip. Now it's been half an hour, I'm sure. But Anyway, how are you doing, son?
Oh, you mind if I take this?
Otacon,
Snake, it's Naomi.
what happened?
She's gone. She's not in the Nomad anymore.
When?
She parachuted out after she fucked
She
me.
disappeared right after she and Sonny got back from Dr. Madnar's place.
Why weren't you watching her?
I was, believe me.
I didn't have my glasses on.
Naomi said it herself. The experiment can't succeed.
He was like, can you believe this shit? Every time I meet a handsome guy at
Went
an
back to
eye
Liquid.
patch, he stops talking in the middle of conversations to talk on his codec.
Good
Oh,
news on
quickly.
that front.
Oh my
We managed to
god.
get our hands on a dialysis machine and set up an ICU. We
What?
just started him on dialysis.
Yeah, see, I don't like the L1 sequences.
Yeah, no worries there. Sonny's taken over for Naomi. But it's
She's gonna be killing you with
48
Fox die.
hours. Until then, Raiden can't move.
Hey, you!
Hey,
Come here!
hey.
What the hell is that?
Move!
Oh, nice. She's using the Chinese style.
You got kind of Chinese 10 count.
She's using the Chinese
Yeah, I know.
side shooter. Yeah, no, it's awesome.
Oh, that's kind of hot. See, I'm still sexy.
Scarabs.
No, those were robots, actually.
Found us. We're moving out.
We want the world to know.
Snake, the PMCs are converging on your location.
What?
Damn it! They're sending in Gecko. They'll be on you in less than 5 minutes.
Are they ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Listen, Otacon, are you planning to betray me and form an evil army of AIs later? Because
Yes, ma'am.
that seems to be the thing that happens with your Kodak friends.
My eyes are over here.
Got decoy vans set to draw some of our pursuers away.
Decoy octopus vans. Aww.
Oh, hey, it's a Bonneville T100.
Doesn't work anymore, but My eyes are up here, Snake.
All of these children were orphans. They worked in arms.
I've made them the toughest gang in New York.
see what you get, Boreas. You see what you
Secret
get when you
venge
mess with
on
you
other
orphans.
companies, PMCs that killed their parents.
They all have
used
triumph
their
tridents.
to support their younger siblings.
They're an army of Nikos.
use child soldiers like these in the PMCs.
By the
I'm
way,
going-
I'm the one who killed their parents.
Anyone with a computer can get combat
X,
training.
oh my god.
The FPS
X.
games that these children love are distributed for free by these companies.
Wow.
Of course, it's all just...
Except this one. I mean, this one you have to buy the damn PS3 if you want to play it because it never came out for 360.
And before they know it, they're in the PMCs holding real guns.
And
Anyway,
real
enough
girls.
moralizing from me.
Proxy wars that have nothing to do with
No chance.
They think it's
Speed
cool
troubles,
to
whoops.
fight like this. They think
Me?
that combat
I betrayed people to the Chinese government for no reason whatsoever.
After all, for them, it's only a game.
Well, Mom, I can see where I got my habit of moralizing when I'm not the player character and I'm talking to another player
Hey,
character.
it's Scorpion.
Unless we stop the Patriot system, the cycle will go unbroken.
By and by, Lord, by and by.
Yeah, that's where I was going.
Hop on.
Mom, this is kind of weird.
Seems like,
Seems like a rail shooter sequence is about to start.
yeah, and it's a nice tender moment for these two as all hell's about to go loose, and time for some mother-son bonding to finally take place after all these years.
Yeah,
That'll be sweet.
It'll be nice to see them get to work together and have a long future together.
They will be a happy couple.
Yeah. She can live on the Nomad and help
Yeah.
Sonny learn to cook better. It'd be great.
Oh, that would be sweet, actually. I do
Nice,
hope
yeah.
that turns out that way.
Yeah. Keep your eyes peeled for that to happen.
Oh, gosh. Anyhow, folks, I'm Bobo the Vulture.
I'm Mysterious JG.
And-
Bobo, this is probably not the best time to tell you, but I'm actually evil. And I've built AIs that are controlling the world. But I also died years ago, so you'll never get a chance to see any of my evil.
Oh,
So,
jeez.
anyway,
Yeah.
And
All
I'm
right.
really suspicious of Hal now because he seems more poised to build evil. Like, to me, if I was going to guess, which of these guys is going to build an evil computer, Hal or Major Tom? I probably
Yes.
would have thought Hal was the more likely candidate, but, there
Oh,
you go.
well. Anyhow, folks, this is Let's Play Metal Gear Solid 4, Guns of the Patriots, Tactical Espionage Action. Push start button. Thanks very much for watching. We'll see you next time.
Goodbye, folks, and remember, I'm watching you and controlling your every move.